automotive parts store in Nova. I'll probably go with the agenda for this presentation today. It's everything about us, what we are looking for, what different we have from the market, what all platforms we are on, basically like social media and everything, how much sale we have done, like numbers I'll talk about that, and then how much we are thinking to spend, basically grow ourselves is what our agenda is. So if we can, so P2 4 is how it started, like any job trainers out there. So 2019, I was working for General Motors, automotive engineer by profession. I was doing engine calibration, being a specialist in engine calibration for these Silverado bombs. I had a layoff because GM Europe had 18,000. And that's how this idea incorporated that I have to start something of my own. Now, this is not the first thing that I did. Like I had some failures before, but because I was an automotive engineer, automotive parts was very close to me, so I started this. So the P2 4 is nothing but like how the name is. It's about automotive and motorcycle parts in one roof. So like if you take the entire website domain, it's talking about like 2 wheel parts and 4 wheel parts because I want to do both because motorcycle is a passion and automotive is my word. And then like I've been working in automotive industry just about myself since 2009. The idea came together. I used to write a blog, whatever motorcycles or cars, like Corvette, ZR, or something I used to drive. I just used to write a blog about that, like how I found the car to drive on the track, how was the handle used to play that. And that was like the website before these. But then in 2020, when COVID happened, I was like, I'll start something very small. Very small. I'll not say I started big. It was just engine oil for $600 that I procured. And I thought like if I wouldn't be selling this, I'll just use it on my motorcycles or cars. That's how I started. I started selling on, then eventually I started selling on Amazon. And once the business started to have a kick, I basically converted the blog website into like a parts website. So it became very small blog website. I used to write very simple website and it converted to like an auto parts website. Right now we have over 100,000 products. So this is how the entire journey started. And then the differentiating factor for me basically is I only want to procure parts from America or the European manufacturers. So we import a lot of products. We have a huge inventory warehouse. I mean, it's bad. Like yesterday, we had a session with Bank of America. But yeah, because I'm procuring and then I'm supplying it to the dealers, so I do have to stock a lot of inventory. And then most of the inventory that comes to us as like Drake was mentioning, we do manufacture a few products, but like from United Kingdom, there are a few manufacturers that we go. Germany, there are a few. Where Italy is one of the biggest place. We go to EICMA every year. EICMA is like an international conference for motorsport parts in Milan. And this is what like we specialize in. So anything that I'll be using high-end parts on my stuff, I'll be selling that to the customers because I just want to target a niche customer. Right now, the business how it stands, we ship everywhere. So it's like people can come in our warehouse, take the products, but we are also shipping an e-commerce company. So we ship North America is our biggest market, but I have customers in South America and Europe, and we ship to Middle East as well because they don't care about the price, they just want the best quality parts. Uh, and I'm really close to this. This is from Chinmay Mission. It was not even part of automotive industry. This was like a tree hugging movement where they said knowing is not doing is doing. Because we all know about global warming, but we are not reacting to it. So this was like the tagline that we made for our business as well, because I started very similar to this. So what distinguishes us, a few key factors, like we are part of the industry. So I worked in big automotive OEMs. Honda was my first gig. I worked for Honda in the homologation department. It's very famous now because the electric cars do get homologated. So they do need a certification that's called homologation. Then I worked for General Motors, as I was saying, then I worked for Fiat Chrysler, now Stellantis. And currently, because I'm like a job pioneer, I work for Ford Motor Company. And then this is like, this used to be my nighttime gig, but now it's converting it into the mainstream business. So like started with my basement, then we rented a small place in Regis Bloomfield Hills. It was small office, and now we have like about a 3,000 square feet warehouse in Norway. Definitely, we try to learn from people because this was not my expertise. My expertise is not e-commerce. My expertise is obviously automotive, and then I'm trying to learn from everyone here. And then the third thing is like only high quality parts, right? So let's say I choose a carbon fiber manufacturer. Uh, so I see like there are like 10 companies manufacturing that in Europe and Africa, or sorry, Europe and America. But then I'll go and find like companies who are sponsoring the top teams like BMW, like Ducati and all those, and then I'll try to become a vendor for those, like a selling person for those. Where you can find us. So as I mentioned, website 224.com. Our warehouse is on Grand River Avenue in Nova. Then we are very active on social media. So Twitter, now obviously X. We have then TikTok, Instagram. I have about like 19,000 followers on Instagram. We are trying to just tell them, okay, what part they should use if they're using the wheel. Why a lighter wheel makes sense because of the rotational moments like the IO variants. Just educational videos out there. And then we are very active on YouTube. So in our warehouse, we install parts on the cars and motorcycles, and I make a video for them, and I add that to the YouTube channel. So we have, I think we have about 50,000 followers, don't quote me on that, and about 11 or maybe 12 million views. So we are very active on social media. Oh yeah, just like a distinguished, like we have two logos. How it started, I can explain that if somebody wants. It's very interesting. So like both the logos were part of two websites. So I actually own both the domains 224V with no S at the end at 224wheels.com. So one domain we are just like trying to do all the APIs with our vendors, like the product that they have in their inventory, it will go directly to our website feed. And then the 224wheels.com is the website where like we host the product that we have in stock. That's the only demarcation, but like we're trying to just separate them out there because it's a lot of hassle. Means what I need here is basically we do need help from marketing, social media, if there are like news out here, then search engine optimization. I'll probably touch upon the team right now. Then content for each and every product. And then I just want this to be a household name, like 2 to 4 weeks. So what search right now has been like through SEMrush, through Ahrefs, Ahrefs they call it, or like Uber Suggest. So our website gets around 10,000 monthly organic traffic. And then I won't call them competition, obviously. They have been in the industry, they're like gurus. There have been like companies like Summit Racing or Revzilla who have around 3.3 million like website traffic every month. My close competition, like we have 10,000 organic people visiting us. They have around 18,000. So you want to scale up and that we can challenge somebody like having like 50,000 people visiting our website. Want to make this as a household name. So like everybody who goes on Amazon, like I know almost a billion people with Amazon in a month. So somebody like wants automotive parts, so they just come to us. Search engine optimization. So our team currently, I have a person handling my search SEO for the website. She's called Ivy. She works from Canada. That's how our team is right now, just to keep the costs low. I have a group of 5 people working in India who take care of the back end of the website. Then I have a group of around 6 people working from Ukraine who take care of the nitty-gritties of every day. Like if there are any issues, customer issues, they handle that. And then I have 2 friends who help me. I don't know if they're on the call or on the Zoom meeting. Gagan and Singer, I'll probably introduce them. They let me know like how to improve everything here. You got it.
Thank you, Sanchit. That was an awesome overview of your company, and certainly looking forward to the feedback that comes out of this. Please, it looks like you're ready to lunge.
Can you go back to the slide where his shadow is?
Can we go back to the content?
There we go.
slide?
Thank you.
Thank you, Simon.
Nope, yeah, turn it on.
There we go. So I have you in some of your social media working guys through this process. You've obviously done a great job of getting a lot of followers. The one thing that seemed lacking a little bit was engagement with the followers, right? So you might want to consider a couple of different strategy ideas to get more engagement, whether it be thought-provoking questions in the posts themselves. You may even want to come up with a live streaming concept where you can spend 5 or 10 minutes on the live stream each week, either answering questions, talking about parts that you do have, or something to get a little more engagement. Because I think when you have more engagement with your followers and people that are supporting you, you'll find that they're going to be more apt to buy from you, recommend you, things like that. So that'd be
Another definite thing was how to scale, which I'm here thinking. So how to go from 6 figures to like 7 figures is what I was saying. So I definitely but there have guidance.
He said, Tisha, you don't have anything to say? Thank you. But no, so one thing that just comes to mind, and I hope we can talk about it later, just adding on to what he said, is also the strategy behind it. Just about moving with intention and having a purpose on what you do. So everything that you have up here is good, but the strategy around it. Like if you're going to talk about or buy, what's the purpose? What are you going to move them towards? What's the goal? You're not just going live just to go live. And to talk about your passion, because you want to know who you're the point, and I think I've said this a couple of times, is when we go out there to advertise ourselves, two things. One, we want to attract our ideal customer, but we also want to repel all others. Because they will waste your time. So it's just the strategy behind it. That's the first thing I was thinking. If I think of something else, I will say so.
You have got me to where I didn't even know what to say, because I think that you have so many different things together already. You have a great, fantastic following with your Instagram, your website. Oh my God, it seems as though your website is just doing great with all the traffic. So I think that you have gotten so many of the other things together. All you got to do is do like this young man said, is just start going live, and talking about your product, talking about your parts and everything. And I think that you're not going to have very much problems at all. And I'm loving your brand. I'm loving that brand. So I'm pretty sure you must have other things in your line.
Once this absolutely business boost control, then we have everything in the pipeline. Basically, we have everything written down. Incubizo, when I came for the first presentation, 1 million cups, I charted everything down, that this is our own manufacturing, this and that's in the pipeline. Yes.
So, because you mentioned the website, the website, and want to increase your, not necessarily engagement, but customers. And the first thing that came to my mind is whether or not you can handle that. When you did increase that, could you handle it? So one of the things that I suggested with any businesses having it in your intake process, how are you gonna handle that volume once it comes in? And do you have someone in place now that handles orders? And if that increase, how will you manage that? And I know sometimes we don't know how to handle that till it comes in, but you know, you kind of want to get ahead of it and before it breaks.
So yeah, we about part-time employees, they are very good. Or we packing and shipping. Totally, in the 4 years, we have, I think it's shipped almost like 10,000 plus orders to your customers. Repetitively, that's one of the issue because most of our customers buy from Amazon. But if they buy from the website, you do see a very high repetition. So that is what the focus is to basically go away from Amazon because we have to pay very high commissions for each and every to our website. Again, as I mentioned, like nobody's competition with them. I've met them personally on MotoGP and Formula One races because I get sponsorships from them. So I want to learn from them, like what were their challenges like 10 years ago before I started or something like that. So yeah, definitely want to reach to that scale, but like not through Amazon, but like through the website. So that's like the vision, like.
Just real quick, I have a question. You said we had someone working with a concealable. As you build, what you mean? Doing that you need some additional assistance. What is it specifically you're looking for? Maybe someone in your audience would help you for the concealable.
Right? When you. That's the first thing, that's the bottom, that's the foundation. So I know like she's very good, she'll help the traffic come from become like from 2000 organic traffic every to like 10,000. But I need to learn the nitty-gritty of it, so I can tell people like if I'm taking something, I can tell them.
Do you have a marketing person that just handles sponsorships and opportunities to get out in the public to get to them, such as, do we just have open for thank you, car show. So,
Like my part, they have to move my business. Every week for Wednesday, 5 minutes, or like Royal 5 minutes and Thursday, I can do it. Where I'll be in the garage with the quick paddle. Probably like good to the from the. So yeah, I'm like a one man show.